I can't believe I'm actually going to be sharing this with you all today, but I'm going to show you how a few friends and myself are closing six figures worth of deals every few months, some even on a monthly basis with a tiny organic social audience. I want to break down the entire process in the most duplicatable fashion for yourself, where you can just come and learn exactly what you need to be posting on these specific socials based on your follower range. Doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner with no audience, already have an audience, or are trying to scale your audience even more. I have the content strategy with examples for each that I'll teach you how to expand that presence in the most efficient manner. We have mastered this art. I want to be able to discuss and break down this entire organic ecosystem because we've mastered this art. But in order to do this, you need to understand that this video is going to start saturating the industry. If you're watching this right now, you are early. Later in this video, I'm gonna also share my cheat code to scale your presence across four main platforms on top of the main one that we're going to be discussing. So this video has four main parts to it. Part one is the foundations, which is basically understanding the main individual platform, understanding the funnel, understanding the profile setup. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner, it doesn't matter if you're advanced, if you're already on the platform or you're not on the platform. I'm going to discuss the platform with you guys in a few. I'm going to teach you how to get infinite content ideas and make your account into a funnel. And then in part two, we're going to be discussing the actual content strat. The actual content strat, I'm going to rip it entirely alive for you guys and show you exactly what you need to be posting. Then from there, I'm going to be breaking down the examples of the actual winning posts and proof that they actually work as well too. And then part three over here is all about expanding the presence and then the cheat code. We're going to discuss this all. I'll teach you how to do all of this without having a massive following. Even if you're completely fresh, you don't even know what the freaking social platform is. But if you're an agency owner or an info product or a coach or a consultant or a founder, this is going to be helpful. You're not going to have to do cold outreach. You're not going to have to use templates, and you're not going to have to spend countless hours on a daily basis. We're going to make you stand out across every other person in your industry by following this exact strategy here. So let's go into it. Straight into it, we have part one. The entire social platform that we're building everything around is Twitter. Why Twitter? Twitter is the most potent audience to grow a following. It is comprised of buyers straight from the beginning. Everyone always thinks, oh, it's YouTube versus Twitter, LinkedIn versus Twitter, emails versus Twitter, all these platforms versus Twitter. Twitter is the motherboard. I call it the nucleus platform. It is what every single other platform needs to thrive. Twitter, you have to imagine it as the town hall. All the big founders, all the big DTC owners, all your prospects are all scrolling through Twitter because no one's too professional and everyone's very authentic. So I've been able to build my presence up to a few 100,000 followers, and I've helped hundreds of other people do the same thing, and we have this down to a repeatable freaking process. We're going to help you guys catch whale clients, not this BS everyday fish. And it doesn't matter if you have less than 5,000 followers. So the funnel on Twitter is super simple. Of course, we're going to discuss this way more in depth over here. High level overview is top of funnel, attract followers. There's a few different content types that we can have to attract followers. Part two is nurture those followers. To nurture the followers, I'm going to break down what the examples are of content styles to nurture them, to get people to trust you. You guys know when you do cold outreach, no one actually trusts you. You have to build that trust up, do discovery calls, yada, yada. With your online presence, you will close deals in 15 freaking minutes because people already know who you are. And then bottom of the funnel is to promote your offer, and I'll show you examples. So in order to actually understand what we need to be posting, we have to go through something called the interview process. I work with some of the biggest guys in the space. Ryan McKenzie, owner of True Earth, 9-figure brand. Carl Weiss was one of our clients, who multi-8-figure agency owner, who works with like the Udi and all these guys. We've worked with Samuel Anuha, some of the biggest guys in the space. And this is the interview process that we go through. And we ask these specific questions. You can literally copy and paste these questions, screenshot them, and answer them with 3 to 4 bullet points. That's all we tell our clients to do. So run me through your typical day. What are your personal stories or anecdotes that are relevant to your business? What are you passionate about? What are the most important principles people should know about your industry? These are questions. You answer these questions with 3 to 4 bullet points, and we're going to use those to come up with infinite content ideas. And I'm going to show you guys examples how. But before we do that, we need to set up your profile. Boring stuff, cliche stuff, but you guys get it. It's pretty simple. Banner, business name, have some reviews, bio, personal achievement, outcome, and call to action, and then a pinned post, which is the post that someone sees directly on your profile. It should be some master class of value that teaches people how to reach a specific outcome. It's a very valuable post. But this is what the interview process looks like. From there, on the foundations, you need to be gathering assets. Gathering assets mean as many case studies and results you have, because people care for case studies. If you can show a case study as a sales asset in dozens and dozens of different ways, you're going to be able to push content that's valuable and generates you leads. So I have all of these testimonials from my program, all of these massive names in the space. This guy owns a 900K agency, a month agency, and he sold it. This guy added $155,000 in cash, yada, yada, all of these cool assets. And then we gather them and create them into case studies. For example, one of my clients, this is one of his case studies. What was the niche? That's the question we asked them. This. What was the brand struggling with? This. What did you do to solve the problem? And what were the results? Right? You define these specific elements here, and now you have unlimited case study content. Very freaking simple. So let's go into the next step, which is using your interview to create the 3 types of content. On Twitter and on any social media, there's something called a content objective. A content objective is the end outcome or the end lesson or the end feeling that someone needs to learn from the specific piece of value. So there's authority content. For example, you're flexing a result that you brought in or that you have, because people are very shallow. I'm sorry to say this, people are very shallow. They want to see some sort of authoritative statement of yours. For example, my statement would be, I've helped 250 people of the top agency owners and founders and info guys in the space add collectively over 8 figures in revenue into their businesses. And I'm going to teach you guys how you guys could do the same, right? That's an authoritative statement. Then there's technical. Technical is 6 steps to do this, 8 steps to reach this, the roadmap to do blah, blah, blah. You've seen all these posts. If your content strategy completely comprises of technical, there's nothing that's going to make you stand out. One of my friends, Zach Williams, always talks about results being a commodity. Everyone can deliver results. Everyone can produce technical content. Authoritative content, no one has the same authority as you, and no one has the same stories as you. This is limiting beliefs, your journey, your experiences, your business philosophy. These are the 3 different types of content. And I'm going to show you guys later in this video the examples of each of these: stories, authority, etc. So you guys can go ahead and integrate it for your guys' own accounts as well too, as we create your content strategy together. So then we have technical, stories, and authority. This is how we're attracting followers to our account. Then the middle of the funnel, there's going to be series-based tweets. What's a series? Well, we have to think about what a follow is to its core level. A follow is an exchange of I exchange a follow to you for some sort of predictable value or predictable entertainment. So if you create a series and you own a landing page niche, you can have landing page breakdowns number 1, next week number 2, next week number 3. I know I'm getting some sort of predictable value on your account. We want 2 series. Then there's value. Value is, you're not going to just write content straight from your booty. You got to start writing content that is based off of frequently asked questions, the FAQs your audience has. If I owned a CRO agency, then I would say, what is your hypothesis process? How do I come up with new tests? What data do I need to care about? How long should I run my test for? These are questions that my perfect prospect would have. My goal is to write single tweets, single posts that are tiny little posts explaining and answering those questions. Then there's stories, right? Stories you had. This is how you connect with people. People connect with people. People hire people. Stories that you had that made you into a specific individual, a specific person, and made you into the business owner you are today. Like I said, we're going to be discussing more of these and with examples right below. Then there's going to be the bottom of the funnel. How do we actually generate the leads? People are going to be coming in directly through these as well too, just straight booking calls with you. However, if you don't ask, you don't get. Let's get some more leads as well too. There's Midas posts. Have you guys ever seen like a trading community where the guy in the trading community is like, yo, yesterday I made 88K, and you feel like this FOMO, and he did it again today and the day before, yada, yada. These people are showing you that they have this Midas touch. You want to show you have a Midas touch. You want to show your wins 3 times a week that you've gotten for your clients without a call to action. Just flex your results. Then there's DM funnel posts once a week. I'm going to show you guys an example, and hard sells twice a week. This says straight call to action, beautiful copy, straight call to action, tiny little post, and I'll show you examples as well. That's the overall part 1. Part 2 is now we look at the exact content strategy based on your follower ranges. So I don't like when people try copying a content strategy. The reason I had so much success with all my clients who are building their presences on Twitter, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, with their email list is because we broke their strategy off based off their follower range and based off protocols. What's a protocol? Well, you could have 5,000 followers, but if your followers are weak, your engagement's bad, and your lead flow is bad, then I got to give you a protocol to solve that. If you have less than 500 followers, say you have 200, but your engagement's great, I will give you a protocol to grow faster and get more lead flow. So based off your follower range, we have to follow specific protocols. And let's discuss them. If you have less than 500 followers, then your goal is to build a presence and get recognized in the space. Here's the content that you need to be producing. Story-based long forms. For example, my cousin called, bought 2 new cars this week, buying an AMG GT next week for my car fleet. Best friend called, just do 6 figs into private lending as a test. Old business partner called, blah, blah, blah. And I have real life images, real life images. I'm showing people I have some sort of value to provide and some stories to provide. I know this is very flexy on like this specific post. Not all the stories need to be flex. They could just be you overcoming a limiting belief or a problem. Then there's mind maps. For example, Carl Weiss, I started 38 brands. I studied 38 brands that do over 10 million a year, 16 of which are my clients. And then this was one of our inspirations that we gave him with the mind maps, 4.3K likes on it. He popped off. This is why he's the GOAT of CRO right now, right? Authority-based long form. My supplement brand, this guy was another client. All the people you're going to see are all of my clients who have been on my program or completed. So Dylan Ander, my supplement brand converts at 7% this month. I want to share some sauce with you. This is authority because he's showing revenue. He's showing the sessions converted. He's showing that there's a ton of freaking money coming in, and it built his authority. This helped him grow a few thousand followers. Then there's video breakdown long forms. Literally what I'm doing right now, breaking down some sort of strategy in like 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and you're going to break it down and show people using Miro. Then there's going to be engagement. Twitter loves discussions. Jump into the DMs with similar accounts, ask more questions, and add humor. I closed Ryan McKenzie, the owner of True Earth, by just joking around with him on the timeline. Here's some more proof that all of this works, guys, before I move into the next point. Like, look at Calvin. He had a few thousand followers, revived his account, closed 62K worth of deals. Dylan Ander added 40K MRR in 2 weeks. And then we had even this guy right here, closed 3 deals this week. He has less than 1,000 freaking followers. This was like a few months ago. Closed 3 deals this week, closing another one tomorrow. And now it's just a part of what happens when you just post consistently on Twitter. Part 2 is your 500 to 5K followers. Your goal here is maintain authority status. Optimization is a huge part of this. So in order to do this, let's look at what the content strategy is. There are value tweets to nurture, which we've discussed about right over here. We defined the FAQs, right? So it's a 280 character tweet. Dan Go isn't our client, but he's a very good friend of mine. And he just tweets out 2 to 3 times a day of some sort of value. Then there's promotional content. A dude with 350 followers on X just closed a 3K deal for his agency. He did this because he implemented the strategies from my program, right? And you can see right here, there is no call to action. I'm just flexing. Then right here, a dude with 890 followers just closed 10K deal from X. And then I actually had a call to action. This is a hard sell. So remember the quantity that I explained to you guys above, you guys are going to follow it using these inspirations. Then there's video-based series. Brandon Ham closed $150,000 worth of deals, guys, with literally less than 4,000 followers. And he records these 4 to 5 minute videos, sharing a screen, breaking down a strategy. He sells advertorials, breaking down advertorials number 16. So it's a series-based tweet. He has the exact same post structure and exact same video structure, just fills in the blank with a bit different brand. So efficient. Story-based long forms, we now know. And then there's authority-based content. Another example, I closed 13 deals in the past 7 days while only using DMs on X, and I figured out how to do it without terrible soulless scripts. Steal my process, right? And I had a screenshot of authority to show people that, hey guys, this actually works. So the goal here is simple. Once you're starting to post this, you also want to start optimizing your strategy. Figure out what content types are doing the best, double down on those styles based on the winners, and then take advantage of the new content styles. And then, of course, keep engaging with people. Very simple. Then we have the 5,000 follower strategy. It's to stand out and become an authority. And, of course, expanding to other socials. We continue videos, we continue stories, we continue authority, we continue mind maps. Now we're adding a few new things into this. There's technical long forms, which we can also do at the beginning, but it's a complete strategy breakdown of the exact steps it takes to reach an end goal. For example, 6 CRO strategies to improve your conversion rate, 5 Facebook ad campaigns that you need to be running, or whatever it is, 3 to 5 specific things on to reach a specific outcome. Then there's something here called custom funnels. Custom funnels do very well. Lead gen funnels specifically and VSL funnels. The VSL funnel is so freaking simple. It's literally VSL, a ton of reviews at the bottom, and then they click apply now, and it's going to go into a page of of a book a call, right? And you have a simple, sorry, my cat just walked by, but it's a book a call page. Very simple. This is all you have to do for the 5,000. Now, DMs, guys, I make so much money in my DMs. I have a freaking setter doing this for me, and you only need 1,000 followers to do this. Once you hit 1,000 followers, which will take you 4 weeks to do, you can start this process. Befriend people on the timeline, identify the prospects. So people who are engaging on the timeline, you want to see if they're a potential prospect or not by studying their profile. Engage with them on the timeline, jump into the DMs and provide more value. Follow up, jump in a call, and then you can close people. And it just consistently works, right? Like you guys are gonna see all of this. Like all around here, you're just seeing consistency. Like Carl was able to close 300K in 90 days, just signed another client, 8-figure brand, 6.8, whatever. Like it's just ridiculous the results that this has been able to bring in. Now we're going to talk about expanding your presence. I have 5,000 followers. You've achieved this micro authority status, this term that we created where you don't have to twerk and be inauthentic to actually generate leads. Micro authority means that you have this tiny little audience that is so potent and ready to buy. And this is where you're going to expand your presence in every corner of the internet that actually generates leads. No IG, no TikTok, no short form, no twerking, none of that BS. When you expand, you open yourself up to thousands of new potential deals. And I'm going to show you the 4 best platforms to expand your presence in order to keep raking in these deals and signing new clients. So we're going to do LinkedIn. So that's after Twitter now. We're going to do LinkedIn, we're going to do YouTube, and we're going to do emails. Let's look at LinkedIn. The goal with LinkedIn is to strengthen your audience base across another platform. And I'm going to show you how to do it. You're going to post 4 different types of content. You're going to post your winning long form threads from Twitter. You're going to post your winning creative images from Twitter, like those mind maps. You're going to post any of your value tweets as a screenshot from Twitter, and you're going to post your promotions from Twitter. You're literally taking those winners from Twitter and you're posting them on LinkedIn. You're going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc., etc. That's it. That is LinkedIn. That's ridiculous. Then from there, you have YouTube. Your YouTube videos are going to encapsulate and activate the people that are on the fence of your offer. Like this video right now. I am going to get multiple book calls from this because I am doing an overall strategy breakdown. I'm sharing my screen with the Miro board and I'm infusing a case study concept right over here, and I'm providing value for you guys while I'm showing you some actual tactical information as well too. I'm showing you the entire roadmap. I'm breaking this down live in front of you, and then there's raw videos. Sanders staged this really well. Raw reality of making 500K a month. He has a very cool backdrop, very cool background. He sits there, no visual edits, just him talking and just ripping in and yapping in front of the freaking camera about a specific monetary topic or philosophy. You want to be doing 1 to 2 of these a week. You want to be following the LinkedIn strategy daily, and then emails. This is where you're going to go from having an audience to having a cult-like following. You're going to see 30% of all of your lead flow coming from your emails, and it's so efficient. You're going to share the content that's too good for the average Joe on your socials to see on your emails. This is where you'll foster an even deeper connection with your audience. So the email strategy that we basically have here is simple. You're going to have a lead magnet. You can have 7, 8, 9, 10 different lead magnets, doesn't matter. Once they sign up for the lead magnet page, there's an opt-in. They're going to go to a second page, and on that second page, they're going to have the VSL, and then when they watch the VSL, there's a CTA there to book a call with you. 3-step. So either way, you're always leading people back to your VSL funnel. Now, the actual lead magnet is super freaking simple here, guys. This could be a video like this. This can be it can be a roadmap. It could be a sales letter of some sort where you provide massive amounts of value, right? And then you provide that to people, you teach them, and then you put them in a 6-step email flow, and that is essentially it. And you're going to send out 3 campaigns on a weekly basis. 1 case study campaign, 1 story-based campaign, and perhaps 1 promotion campaign or another value one. Totally up to you. Now, the most important part, fast tracking. This is the cheat code. I didn't hold anything back here. This exact ecosystem is what my clients and I have been using to close 6-figure deals back to back. One of my clients, Jordan Bazzuti, closed $250,000 worth of deals for his agency with LTV in mind in 60 freaking days of following this, guys. The only difference between you and my clients is that I've done it for them. I'm the one working behind the scenes. I'm the strategist. I'm creating their content strategies. I'm optimizing their strategies with my team. And I've been able to do this in a 90-day time frame. I essentially created this entire ecosystem in this, and I hand over everything to you in a 90-day time frame while we build your online presence into an authority. We help you sign deals. We give you all the winning systems so you never have to rely on anyone ever again to build your online presence. If you want to be one of these Hall of Famers who have gotten insane freaking results, closing consistent deals at any freaking follower range, and you want us to help you integrate everything here, give you the checklist, actually create some content for you, whatever it may be, then click the link in the description and book a call. We will help you become the next micro authority in your niche, help you sign deals, and help you build this personal brand into a freaking authority. Just click the link in the description. That's it for today. If you guys have any comments, just drop them down below.